Why did I write this book? I thought it would be a good idea to put together a video of kind of describing how I got to this point where I have a book in front of me that I wrote and what was kind of the driving force of what influenced me to do this. I'll start out by saying that in 2020, when many of us had a pause in our lives, I decided it would be not a bad idea to write a story. And I think I finished the first manuscript in spring of 2021. And since then, over the next 3 years, I just spent, a lot of time editing and re-editing until I came up with a proper and professional storybook. So there are a lot of reasons, of course, why I decided to write an entire book, but I would say one of the central themes and one of the central influences on that decision, or, the driving force behind my hand, was this flaw I was seeing within my generation, which was the flaw of having a void within ourselves and trying to fill that void with other people. Sometimes we fill that void with substances or, unhealthy actions. But what I had observed in, the people in my life was filling that void with other people. And I would say that filling the void within ourselves with other people is not a healthy means of creating a firm foundation for our person and our character. And so that is how I came up with the idea for the character of Joe Burpo. His personality and his flaws are kind of a blend of different significant people in my life who had made an impact on me, and some of whom did have this problem of filling a void within themselves with other people. Essentially, this is what the book is about. It's about this character who's going on this great journey, this great adventure, but all the while he's lost internally, and he doesn't realize he's lost because he's blinded to the fact that he has this void within himself that he's trying to fill with another person, or the person who he did fill that void with is no longer present in his life. I'll also say, if I'm being completely honest, just a personal testimony, I would say midway through writing this book, so probably early 2021, I had some personal reflections, and as the character in the story unfolded, I started to see bits and pieces of my own psychology, and it kind of came to the realization that I had made this mistake in my own life of filling a void with another person, which I would say 10 times out of 10 leads to a disaster. So yeah, just kind of a personal, background behind it. My motive behind the book did not start out that way, but by the end of it, I kind of had a self-realization. So that's what this book is about. It's about this character going on this journey and struggling with this problem, and whether or not he solves the problem, I guess that remains to be seen for those who decide they want to read the book. Of course, there is a lot more behind the story of what led me to make this story, but that's kind of just a general gist of the driving force. I think, maybe one day I'll come out with a video or make a commentary on some of the deeper ideas behind the book. But anyway, I just thought it'd be a good idea to create this video for, whoever was interested in reading it or who has read it. And so yeah, that's about it. I want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy your read.